Okay, so I know not everyone has turned in the reading check from last week, but I think it's best that we go over it. And there is a question that's not a multiple choice that you still need to answer if you haven't completed this, because it's telling me something about you. It's your thoughts, it's how you feel about the story, not me. Okay, so we're going to go over this right now. Remember when we were talking about inferring the example I brought up? Kids all walk into class, they're all wearing shorts. The teacher is dripping with sweat. What season do you believe that would be? What time of the year during school would you think that was? Probably springtime. Probably heading into summer, right? It's that time of year where kids are thinking about swimming and going outside. A lot of schools don't have AC. The teachers are hot. It's probably the end of the year. It's probably around May. Okay. If you heard someone's stomach growl, what can you infer from that? Probably that they're hungry, right? Did they say they were hungry? No, they didn't say it, but you can infer it. Because what is that? Usually, when someone makes that sound, it usually means they need to eat something. And that's all we're doing with this reading check, okay? So I'm going to start now. 1,000 forests have been crushed under the rain and grown up 1,000 times to be crushed again. And this was the way of life was forever on the planet Venus. What is the author implying about Venus? That is a dark and sad place to live? I could see that. It's raining all the time, crushed and crushed again. Does that sound like something that sounds positive? Okay, so maybe it's that answer. That it's always cold and dark. Well, if it's always raining and you're crushed under, and this the forest is always getting crushed and crushed, it's probably a dark place too. It's probably always cold and dark. That also seems like a pretty good answer. That they live on a planet a lot different than Earth. Does this happen on Earth? Is this something that's normal for Earth? No. So the answer is all of the above. Okay, you can infer, you can apply all of those from this passage. Okay? If I just read you this passage, didn't tell you it was a short story, you'd probably assume all of these things. Okay? Margot stood apart from these children who could ever remember a time there wasn't rain, rain, rain. Why do you believe Margot stood apart from them? Okay, she was sick to show that she was not accepted by the other children. She was at school because she hated the other kids. Okay, let's start. Let's cut out the obvious ones. She was at school. Does that have anything to do with this passage? No. Maybe where was she? Yeah, you could infer that she was at school because she was with other kids, but that's not what the question's asking. She was sick. It doesn't really mention anything that it would be because she was sick. From these children who could ever remember a time there wasn't rain, rain, rain. So it's either to show that she was not accepted by the other children or because she hated the other kids. Do you see anything that seems like she hates the other kids? Or does it seem like she's different than the other kids? So the answer is to show that she was not accepted by the other children. This is also kind of an easier question. If you've read the whole short story, you know that they kind of were picking on her. So which line best suggests that the speaker dislikes Margot? She better hurry, we'll miss it. Where's the teacher? Speak when you're spoken to. But this is the day the scientists predicted. Dot dot dot. Which line would upset you the most if someone spoke to you? She better hurry, we'll miss it. Do you think that person would be disliking you or your friend? Where's the teacher? That doesn't seem like anything either. Speak when you're spoken to. If your brother, sister, friends, anyone has said that to you, do you think maybe you're not amongst company that really likes you, that really appreciates you? So that is the answer. But you can infer that they don't like her by the way they speak to her, okay? They don't flat out say, I don't like you. It's how they act. Which statement implies that the children feel guilty for leaving Margot out? Will it be 7 more years? They could not meet each other's glances. They ran for an hour, did not stop running. Now don't go too far. Okay. Now don't go too far. How does that show guilt? Guilt is feeling bad about something. It doesn't seem like anything. They ran for an hour and did not stop running. Maybe they're running away from their problems, but I just don't think it's that deep. They could not meet each other's glances, or will it be 7 more years? Okay, I like these two. Will it be 7 more years? They feel so bad, like, oh my gosh, Margot won't be able to see it for 7 more years. Okay, I could see that. But the better answer, they could not meet each other's glances. Have you ever done something that you're ashamed of, or you feel bad about, and you can't look someone in the eye? I mean, it feels like maybe you're feeling guilty about something. They don't flat out say they're feeling guilty, but they're implying it here. Now, this is something you still have to do. And by the way, since we went over all these, I hope you get them right, okay? But what do you think you can learn from this story? There's no wrong answers. This is your opinion. And I'll share my opinion later. I just don't want you to be inspired by mine. I want you to think for yourself here, okay? And that is all for the review.